You probably clicked on this video because either you know me or, more likely, you want your photography to get better, but you don't see the way how. This is a fallacy. And that sounds like it doesn't make sense, because how could your own subjective art be such? How could it be a fallacy to try to improve yourself through what others say? But there is one particular nuance about this that will improve what you make faster and more fulfillingly than anything else you could do. A photographer by the name of James Popsys once said the most valuable piece of advice that he ever heard was that everything other photographers tells you is their opinion. And I don't mean just that they have their own way of doing things. Even the technical things, the generalizations, rule of thirds, golden spiral, none of it actually matters. Because when you consume such content, you are influenced by the opinion of whoever you are watching. As such, it is extremely important to keep your wits about you. But not just that, but also to experiment and try different things until what you're trying to do comes to light. Experimentation is the key to success. The world's greatest inventions happened by accident. A chocolate bar in a researcher's pocket, making him discover that the microwave could heat things up. And countless other examples throughout history. And what these all share in common is the very essence of creativity. An idea that sounded crazy at first, but over time grew a personality of its own, grew a use case. And this is mere science, you might say. But so too is your photography. Humans are a science that can't fully be understood by man. But nonetheless, they share things in common with our sciences that we can understand. When you try to take a photo, you're making something new. Every photo is a risk unless you directly copy advice given to you. And therefore, you have the perfect storm to create something as Edison did, and as whoever created the microwave, who I do not know the name of, did. And again, this probably sounds like I am simply stroking your ego. Because how could you, little old you, with however much experience you may have, which may be less or more than me, or other photographers you might see here on YouTube, how could I know that you have a worth? Well, I know it because I've seen it many times. If you try to create something, it is going against the very bones of creation to attempt to copy others, to attempt to take what they have made and take your lessons from it. And not to say that no one on this earth can teach you anything. No, we are all mere mortals and we can learn much from each other. But experimentation is the key to creativity. If you want to get good at something, you must find out what about it makes you happy. When you take a photo, you know in your mind that there is a chance it won't turn out well. But every time you go to take a photo, there is a sliver of something there. There is something that makes you think you should take a photo of this. And sometimes it's out of obligation, whether it be photos of family members at an event or otherwise. But oftentimes, when you're all alone and there's nobody you have to do anything for, it becomes a matter of what you see as good, as creative, as beautiful. And that is the beautiful aspect of our human experience. Everything that we create is through the lens of what we make. Even our sciences, for however cold and robust they may seem, have the personality of one researcher, a team of researchers in them. Little chimes microwaves make when they turn off. The little song Samsung and other dryers play when they're done. All of these have the very essence of human creation within them. But they are no different than what you make with your camera, or with your musical instrument, or with your pen, your paintbrush. These are all the very essence of human creation. And I believe that the way to get good at these things is to try to capture that in the most pure way you can. Don't try to copy anyone else. Don't try to take what they make and make your own version of it. Make it entirely you. And it might be bad at first. You might not know what you're doing, but embrace it. For when you look back at these photos in 5 years and 10 years, they may not have the same appeal to you as they do now, for your skills will have improved. But most importantly, the very essence of what you are has been decided. It has been figured out. And yes, this is a thing constantly in flux, but over time it reaches stages where you can understand it, where what you attempt to create becomes something of the utmost importance. We, as humans, are pure, subjective beauty. Everything that you create can have a purpose, a meaning to anyone. But when you go out with your camera as a hobbyist, what you should be trying to do is find yourself. This isn't about what I tell you, or what a seasoned professional with 20 years of experience behind the camera will tell you. This is about you, the essence of yourself. What makes what you create beautiful? What makes it appealing to you? And perhaps you desire for others to see your photos and think that they are good and to compliment you for it. But you do not consider in this that, well, people will like something that is a copy of something else that is beautiful. Beauty does get diluted like this, but it is still beautiful. It is important to understand that the real thing, the real you, is what humans find so interesting about everything we create. So if you go out there today with a camera, it doesn't matter what make or model, it doesn't matter if it's your phone, it can be anything, you will find that when you remove these limitations you have put upon yourself, what you are changes. It becomes something beautiful in a way that you can't quite grasp right now. Because it is no longer an attempt to copy. It is no longer mimicry of a machine or mimicry of a human, but mimicry of yourself. A constant, ever-changing kaleidoscope of what occurs inside your imagination. Not a copy of a photo someone else took. Something entirely new. And many will say that there is nothing new to create. That's not true. There are subtleties in our human experience that, could you recognize all of them, you would be brought to tears with the beauty of every individual on this planet. There is no lens you need to buy that will make your photos good. There is no camera setting you could change without changing yourself, without discovering what has meaning to you. So go forth now and create something that matters to you. Create something that, rather than trying to copy something, rather than being a conglomeration of all the things you've been trying to learn on YouTube or other platforms, create what feels right. The soul, the purity, should come first. And then the skills second. For while both cannot exist without the other, there is no clinical way to take a photo that will be beautiful. And there is no soulful way to take a photo with absolutely no knowledge that properly expresses that human aspect. Brought together, they are important. They are beautiful. And when you try to create something that merely has the world inside of humanity as a whole, what we have determined to be right, rather than what is inside yourself, it will lack that soul. It will lack that beauty. Your skill will be wasted. Do this for a time, and soon you may find that what you create takes on a different taint about it. It will become beautiful.